Hello, my caramels, welcome back. Brittany Renner goes viral again for her lifestyle. She gets invited to Shea Club, and she let everything out the bag. When I say everything, I mean everything. By the way, Dr. Shannon Sharp did a wonderful job of making her so comfortable that she wanted to talk about everything. So Brittany ends up speaking on how she grew up and her childhood. She talks about growing up with her grandmother and how overprotective they were. Note to parents, never be too overprotective. It will backfire. Being a protective parent only encourages teenagers to go after the things you are protecting them from. She also touched on playing soccer and getting a scholarship to Jackson State and how she dropped out of Jackson State because she was in love. I honestly think that Brittany would have been one of the best soccer players if she had a plan for her life, instead of going for a man that she was in love with. This is why young women should stay disciplined and focus on an education, because these men out here are distractions. She also spills tea on her high body count. She slept with over 35 bodies. I don't think that women should be 304s and have high body counts. Honestly, if you check my earlier videos, you see that I do not encourage this practice. However, I'm not one to pass judgment if your body count is higher than a control substance. You just got to know that after the first 3 failed relationships, it's time to reevaluate how you are living your life. It really does something to your psyche being in so many relationships. All of that said, we should learn that falling in love does more harm than good because it clouds your judgment. And as the sprinkle lady would say, never be too in love with a man more than he is with you. The result, total mass destruction. Body count doesn't matter to females, but if you want to be in a heterosexual relationship, a man will think it matters, and we don't want to tie ourselves and our spirit to some of these men. Because honestly, some of them got a lot of bad luck that could be transferring to you. So it's never a good idea to be sleeping around, especially if you are doing it unprotected. For Miss Renner, she's showing us time and again that women should practice emotional intelligence and self-control. I'm sure she regrets being with some of these men, and a lot of you females will pass judgment on her because no one is seeing that you are practically doing the same thing. She also stated that she slept with 3 men the same day, which shows how desperate she got. She was looking for her father in these men. Young ladies, if you don't have good father figures, please seek counseling, because I know this is a problem for a lot of young girls. A girl needs a good father figure to help her make the right decisions in her life. She said that she has no problems with her father, but I don't believe it, because if her father was playing his role in her life, that would have never happened. Not to mention her strict family upbringing ruined her. It just led her right down the wrong path. I can honestly say I can say this because I was from a strict home and it did nothing for my life but led me down a dark road. If you are from a family with a father who was there but was never at any event that showcased you doing well, such as your graduation or even when you do well in school, just know that your father is an absentee father. It takes more than just money to grow a daughter. Actually having a relationship with your daughter counts. Knowing their whereabouts and what's going on in their lives matter too. Young ladies, be safe with your sexual life. A lifestyle like this can lead to getting STDs and the big H. Be careful out there. Sleeping around can also lead to chronic bacterial vaginosis, something a lot of females don't realize. A lot of the times, bacterial vaginosis happens is because of too many sexual partners, or it might be that your male partner is sleeping around. So don't let these men fool you. Once you know they are the only ones you sleeping with and your pH always off whack, just know they play in the field. Ladies, go to your gynecologist regularly. Ensure you get tested, especially if you are not having safe sex. We as females need to start shifting our focus from love to how our relationships will benefit our lives in the future. We need to do this by first practicing self-love. If we love ourselves first, we will stop seeking approval and love from men who don't even feel anything for us. Some of us sex drives is gonna lead to our demise. Ladies, if you have a high sex drive, it's time for you to invest in a sex toy. Get a small one if you don't want to be obvious, just invest in one. Thank me later. There is so many toys to choose from that got so many features. Just do your research and also make you at least have a plan or something near to a plan. Brittany obviously was going where the wind blows her when she was in college. We got to realize that when we don't know what we want, it leads to less of what we want. You end up in undesirable situations, like being pregnant for a man who just wants to slow your life down. Honestly, being a 304 is not the life that you should strive for. It only leads to a loveless life and a bad reputation. Ladies, as I always would say, think before you do until my next episode.